Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here at ILTM Con once again, and actually this gentleman here we've interviewed before here. I always promise I'm going to get there, and I promise you this time I'm going to get to his resort. His resorts are in Santorini, Greece, so we're not too shabby. It's Marcos Haidemenes, who's the managing director of the Canavas collection?
Yes. Canavas collection.
Canavas collection, there we go. So I got it right, he's got it right, or he better have it right. And you're going to find out about all his properties again, because we get a little update on what's going on with the properties on Insider Travel Report. Marcos, first of all, great to see you here again. Amazing, I mean, here we are at ILTM. We actually saw each other during the year too.
Thanks for having me, and good job on the accent on my last name. Actually, nobody gets it right. So.
Yeah, I didn't get the name of the company right. I got 50-50 with me on these things. Now, tell us again, remind us about Canavas collection in your resorts.
So basically, only last week we have rebranded and we have changed things a little bit to make our brand be a little bit more clear, a little bit more easy to apprehend and understand our properties. So from Canavas IA as the name of the brand, as it used to be for all these years, with Canavas being the cave house that they used to make wine in the old days in Ia village. And while our brand was and our properties were and our hotels were expanding in Santorini, it made sense that we finally became a collection. So from Canavas Ia, now we are Canavas Collection.
And how many total properties do you have?
So right now we have 4 5-star properties and 1 collection of villas in Santorini. The fact that we're a collection now makes total sense because we're also working on another 2 projects on another 2 islands, and finally we are breaking the boundaries of Santorini and we're working on Paros and Naxos islands.
Oh, amazing islands. Those are great too.
Beautiful. Paros for its lifestyle and Naxos for its authenticity. Both islands are very famous Greek destinations, and only recently Paros is becoming a very famous international destination.
Yeah.
And Naxos is a very up-and-coming island, typical Cycladic island for Greeks to go and spend their family vacation. So I think that it's going to be the new gem of Cyclades.
So what is the timing on those 2 properties?
Well, that's the difficult question. Should have been easy, but it's a difficult question. I feel that in the next 2 years, we're going to have news from both islands.
Okay, so you're going to be expanding the collection there. What's up with the properties you do have on Santorini? Anything new? Anything you've done to them and since we last talked?
So, because of the rebranding and because of the need of each property having to have a different name, our original property's name for many years was Canavas Ia Boutique Hotel, which is really not a name. It's just a description to a Canavas Ia property. So we decided that we're going to totally change the name of this property because of the whole rebranding. And while we are totally renovating the property, it's about time we change the name. So now the new property is going to be called Canavas Ena, E-N-A. Ena meaning one or first in Greek, and because it's our original property, we felt that Canavas Ena will do it justice into spreading the word of what.
And that's the first property. Then you're doing the same with the other properties, or?
Yeah, so we have Canavas Ena, and then we have Canavas Ia Suites because this is our flagship property and we didn't want to touch the name. Everybody knew it as it was. So Canavas Ia Suites is the only property that stays with the same name. Then we have the ex-Canavas Ia Sunday Suites. We simply call it Canavas Sunday. And then we have the Canavas Ia Epitome, which we simply call it Canavas Epitome. And now with the new expansions, we are going to name each property separately, but it's going to have a different topography, let's say, a different destination every time.
No, that's amazing. So you have those 4, and then you're looking for other islands. What is the experience you deliver? And these are small boutique properties. How many rooms generally?
So in total, we have 150 rooms.
Spread across the
spread across the properties. 18 suites, 46 suites, 10 suites and 53 suites and villas. So roughly 145 suites and villas in Santorini.
That's it. So basically, it's the size of a small boutique hotel spread out among all your properties, which is pretty amazing. Now, I assume you have F&B, you have a restaurant for each, and I assume you're focused on Greek cuisine?
Yes, we do have 6 restaurants, including a brand new little hidden gem restaurant, which is part and not part of our brand because it's outside of the hotels. It's like a small beach club, which we offer it to our guests, and it's a little restaurant accessible only by 250 steps or by how do you say, a boat provided by the very restaurant to get there. And we only serve there 10 things or 10 fish that we caught for the day and a couple of salads, and that's it. And people are having the most amazing time.
That's great. That's great.
Simple.
So this is a great Santorini experience. And typically, how long do your clients, do your customers stay?
Our average stay is around 4 nights. I would say that our American clients, they stay for a little bit less than the actual Europeans who they stay for a whole week in many cases, because Santorini is one of the main parts of a longer itinerary. So Santorini is definitely a must for a traveler coming to Greece, but it's not the only destination to see. And especially the Americans, when they come to Greece, they want to tick all the boxes.
Well, they want as many islands as possible. I mean, and sadly, I've stayed some resorts in Greece, but I've actually done more cruising. And actually done celestial cruises, which gives you a little exposure to every single island, and then you go back and decide where you want to stay. So that's kind of the way I played it. I loved all the islands, Milos, Syros, Paros you're talking about, places that you were mentioning. I mean, there are only 300-something islands in Greece. So you kind of do an island collector, but you do find the ones that you really like. Santorini, obviously, is incredible. It's the iconic, beautiful thing. Even Mykonos, I don't think geographically is quite as nice. It's very cool, and it's nice to be in Mykonos. But Santorini with the cliffs and the bay, and I've always fell in love with that place. And the villages, the places where your hotels are just spectacular. So it really is. It is Greece, and you obviously have great wines. You have great food, and just to be there, I think that's why I keep saying I'm gonna come and visit you and really experience the way you deliver Greece, as opposed to what I've done. And nothing wrong with it. Cruising is great, and I love it. And it was a way to get out of COVID at one point. Greece was really open well before a lot of other places were, and it was wonderful to be there. But now, what would you have anything to say? What else would you have to say to travel advisors now about your now newly rebranded company?
So I think that it made sense that we changed our branding, because in the old times people didn't really know which property they're booking. They all had kind of a similar name, so we had to clarify things for the travel agents and for the actual guests. And I wanted to say something about our expansions. For so many years, people were asking us to go to other islands, deliver the same level of experience, authenticity that we bring into other destinations, other off the beaten track destinations. And I think that now we're ready to do that. Now that we have reached a level that we're able to go to other islands and have guests, have travel agents experience those islands through our way of doing things, through our mentality, through our philosophy. And I think that it's going to be amazing that we're going to see more Canavas properties into other destinations.
Fantastic. Now, where can travel advisors go? URL, website, to learn more about your company?
I would say URL, the website, definitely. Instagram is also very descriptive. Obviously with a more artistic touch, but you can get a lot of information from there. But I think that the website still is...
The website's still the same, even with the collection now, right?
Right now we have done a small rebranding into our website, but in about a week or two, the brand new website will be up and running, and obviously it's...
And what's the URL for that?
It's www.canavas.com.
Very simple. So that's it. Great to see you, Marcus, here. Amazing. And I swear to you, the next interview we do will be overlooking Santorini.
or Paros or Naxos.
More powers or Nexus. There you go. We'll see. But thank you so much for taking the time. I always enjoy speaking with you about this marvelous brand that you have, the marvelous boutique hotels, and now very happy to hear that you're going to be expanding beyond Santorini. As much as Santorini is incredible, it's great to be here that you're going to be in the other islands as well.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, and hope to have an interview very soon when we're going to be ready with new projects.
Fantastic. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.